Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're here with Operation Collision Point, the new season of Rainbow Six Siege. I believe it's like year 9, season 4. Only one season to go till year 10, but in this one I'm going to be going over all of my settings, my sensitivity, controller settings, all that good stuff that you guys want to see. I've been getting this video requested a lot, so what better time than the new season? So I'll have some clips playing over the screen, just like using my sense and what it looks like in game. Those are the shots from my solo queue matches that I do upload to the channel too. If you guys haven't watched those before, I would recommend sticking around. There's a lot of tips and tricks in those. But also one last thing, here's the recoil I wanted to show you with F2 extended barrel. See if you guys wanted to see what the recoil was looking like on the settings. As you can see, my vertical is really high. You can see the way it like flicked down kind of at the end of that. Because I'm like pulling down so much to control the recoil, but yeah. So I'll start with the sensitivity. Usually I just start in the general, but I'll do this part first since I know you guys want to see this part the most. So vibration disabled, I feel like that's just trolling if you're using vibration. But I know some people like it, so personal preference, I guess. Which I'll be saying a lot in this one. For your gadget and drone deployment, definitely have these on advanced. Just gives you more flexibility and more options, not get locked in animations with that stuff. Leaning behavior on alternate, that way you can lean from the hip like this really fast. As you can see, it's so easy once you get used to it to like lean to the right and lean to the left. So I would for sure recommend this. It's like what PC has basically with their leans. Next thing, my controller layout, I use full default on this. The only bind I use is my back left paddle on my controller is set to crouch. So B. That way I can just do it while I'm like shooting or whatever. Like that. You probably see my videos, I like doing the crouch shot. So you get into a gunfight and you crouch and shoot right when you do it. Good way to avoid getting headshot if they have good crosshair placement. I use the PowerA Spectra Infinity controller, by the way, as well, if you wanted to know that. It's like a wired controller. It only has 2 little buttons on the back like paddles, but gets the job done for me. I just prefer a little bit more of the Elite, but the Elite's good too. As long as it has a paddle for me to crouch. I used to use RB though for any like default controller players that want to know what to do. RB is a good crouch thing too. Look conversion disabled, obviously. I just want to know who uses this. If you do, you're a freak. Absolute freak of nature. Control rotation classic. I used to play before this was a thing, so I never switched. I tried like one match when it came in and I just didn't like it and never went back. Probably never will. The good stuff here, the sensitivity, I use 55 vert like I was saying. That's why I look so fast when I pull down after I was shooting the F2. And then 80 horizontal. I know this is a lot higher vertical than a lot of people use, but I think it's actually the play. Like for me at least, it's harder to learn. And you really have to warm up before you play each time. But I feel like the ceiling of it is so much better. Again though, just personal preference, I'll be saying that a lot. But yeah, if you wanted to see like how I control recoil, that's probably a big reason why. Just got to learn that sensitivity. And then onto the dead zones. I like using super low dead zones, as you can tell, especially for the right stick. I feel like that's really important to like have a faster response and like flicking around faster. Basically just the game doing whatever you want to do quicker. But if stick drift becomes too much, maybe want to up this to 5. If it gets past 5 and it's still drifting, I just recommend a new controller at that point because you're not going to be able to react the way you want to. But yeah, I like it on 2. This controller's been doing good for a few months for me at least now or more. And then left stick 7, not as important as the right stick. This kind of has some drift, but I like 7. 8's fine too though. As long as this doesn't go above like 12, honestly. I used to use that. Onto the ADS settings. Also pretty important. I use advanced, of course. I don't know many people that use standard these days. For the 1X25, 2.5, which is the ACOG on 43, I basically only use like hollow scopes in the old ACOG that you just see me use on an F2. I don't really use any of the other scopes, but here's the settings if you want to see. I think this is like Cali and class and stuff. And this is the DMR 3.5. Aim, hold, drone speed boost on hold. I didn't even know that was like a toggle thing. Maybe I'll try that sometime. Advanced control options, disabled and all set to 0 first. That's a big thing. I used to have like these enabled and it felt different. So I did hear though, like enabling them and then setting them to 0 on old gen helps. That's what I used to do on old gen. I only swapped like a year and a half ago. But yeah. Okay, I'll go back to general now. Okay, so ping, of course, you want to have on. I don't like having the display things on the screen. You can, though, if you want. I have this on default, just to see when I get, like, packet loss and stuff. By the way, that reminds me, if you want to check out some streams, I will be live probably when this is uploaded, I'd imagine. I plan on uploading this maybe after, actually, but I was probably live today for the new season, and I will be a lot more soon, so twitch.tv/alumasoka, just like my YouTube. And you'll find the streams there. We're almost at 1,000 followers too, which is crazy. Yeah, I've been streaming though a few times back now at this point, so I definitely plan on doing more in the future soon. Make sure the noties are on there. I don't have like a schedule or anything at the moment, but I like playing viewer games with you guys, doing like 1v1s too and stuff. Stun VFX on dark glare just because the white is blinding, obviously. So I prefer that much better. I think it like goes away quicker too. It just feels like to the eye because it's not as bright. Maybe it's just my monitor though. I have cycle and side camera groups on. Nothing else too important here. Make sure your drone after prep is on semi or manual though. If it's on automatic, it'll just boot you off and you might get your drone shot. Matchmaking too. This brings me to another point. Put down in the comments if you guys want to see me play on PC pool this season for my solo queue videos, because I've been thinking about doing that. I might even play on PC with a controller, and just do it that way. But tell me in the comments if you guys want to see that, or if you just want to see like the normal console thing, or like maybe both. I don't know. Just tell me in the comments what you think about that though, because it's very interesting, and I think I can still do well on like PC players too. I don't feel like it's that much different, like the way people make it seem to be. If you're good at controller, like you can compete still. Not as good. I'm not saying like controller is as good as mouse, because of course no Pro League player in the right mind would use a controller over a mouse if they had the choice. It's higher skill ceiling with a mouse, but controller can still somewhat compete. Pretty much what I'm saying. Onto HUD, I use all default here pretty much. Only thing different is I have my health off, because there's already like the little bar you can see right up there that has your health, so I don't know, I've just had it off for a while, never switched back. It doesn't matter too much. Audio, this is important for dynamic range. Make sure this is on night mode if you want to hear steps better. I actually use earbuds when I play, HyperX Cloud earbuds, like the red ones. And I hear footsteps still because of night mode. So like I always hear everybody coming. You guys in the comments always ask like what headphones I'm using. Well, I'm using earbuds. And here's all my numbers too for this stuff. For display, I have VSync off. Graphic mode performance, obviously, 84 FOV. And my HUD is zoomed out as much as I can, like this. So it kind of like makes it smaller. I think it makes it easier to see the top when you're trying to play. Like your scoreboard up there and everything. So I think it's better just to use 80. I've been doing that for a long time too. And then brightness on 65, but that's monitor dependent, of course. So last tab here, this is going to be accessibility. I use the black optic color. I just feel like it doesn't distract me as much as any other ones do. So I like the black at this point. I don't think it matters too much again though, like the other things I was saying. Like I used to use white, I used to use yellow. Like even the red's not terrible probably, but I don't like it. I just like the black, and then optic opacity on 75 for some of the thicker dots on scopes, like the hollow one's thicker these days. So just so you can see a little better. And make sure, of course, your screen shake is off. I like motion blur on still. I don't like that red blood stuff popping up when it's off. I know they added that like last season. And then, yeah, dark glare again. I don't know why that's here twice, but I mean, it's nice, I guess. For team colors, last thing, I use orange. I use blue for the opposing, so they're basically swapped. And that's because I feel like blue is easier to see on like claymores and other gadgets and stuff. And I've just gotten used to it at this point. Like when I see somebody on a blue camera, like a default, like I know it's going to be an enemy. So I'll just shoot anyway, so it's not really a problem. But you just got to get used to that. It'll take a few weeks probably if you make the transition, but it could be worth it. Yeah, that's everything in the settings though, pretty much. Really quick, I can show you guys like a couple little drills or whatnot to help you find your perfect sensitivity. I like doing that in these videos. I was going to do recoil on this one too, but I might just do that one separately for later in the week. I still have one more solo queue video to upload as well from last season this week. And I want to do a tier list as well, probably like tomorrow. So I'll have a bunch of videos coming for you guys for sure. Yeah, just put in the comments if you want to see that recoil video still. I'll go over like everybody's attachments and scopes and everything. Yeah, one drill really fast for recoil. Might as well just show you while I'm here. Go into the shooting range. Make sure the infinite ammo is set to on here. Also, I feel like this stuff's new, like use cover. I don't remember seeing that before. Maybe not though. But yeah, make sure this is set to on and then begin. The other stuff doesn't really matter for this. This is just for recoil. You don't have to reload now, so you can just keep shooting. Eventually, I think your sound just like bugs away. Yeah, like my sound's like bugged now. Well, like you can really practice the pattern like this. And like maybe flick around too. Mine's not the best right now because I just got on, but... yeah, kind of like that. That'll really help you get the recoil down. So you can see the sounds back now. Yeah, this is F2 extended barrel, by the way, just saying. Okay, so we got off that. Another good little drill to do. To try to help you find your perfect sensitivity. Let me just go to like over here on these bricks. These like foam sound panels, I'm guessing these are. Let's go like 5 meters away. So I'm at this line right here. Let's use this line as a reference. This line, and then this line, and this line. So we gotta like flick over once here for the short, and then long. This is gonna help you kind of like tell if your sense is too high or too low. Because if you're over flicking trying to get here every time, like this maybe, your sense is probably way too high. Like either turn your ADS down a couple notches and then try again, or turn your horizontal down like 5 maybe. Either way, just try to turn it down slightly and try to get it as good as you can where you're flicking at the exact point you want. Like on my right flick sometime, I just over flick it. And it just happens, but I've gotten used to it at this point. I've also just got on, like I said, so yeah. Like that's not too bad. Very trippy too with like these lines. I don't know what it is. I'm being like hypnotized. But yeah, then you can do like the farther target like that. And see how close you get. And try to like flick back and forth. You don't have to do like super fast like this or something, but don't go too slow either. So you want to see like where you get. Like if I'm going like short every time of the second one, then your sense is going to be too high. I know it doesn't look like that there because it's not actually, but you'll be like struggling to reach it every time with your thumb. Yeah, those are just like a couple little mini drills that could help you improve your mechanics. Just for like recoil. I feel like the recoil one really helps with muscle memory. Like over time it'll really help you get that down better. That's helped me a lot as well. I've been doing that for like since the shooting range has come out. Especially with like the SMG-12. That's why people always accuse me of the Corona stuff. Because I'm using like horizontal grips on guns. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this one. Don't think there's anything else we have to go over. I know it's like a shorter video, but just wanted to get my settings out for the new season. Again, recoil video later this week. Solo queue videos will probably start the new season later this week for the solo queue thing. Just tell me in the comments if you guys want to see like PC or console or like a mixture of both. And I'll see what I can do. If you enjoyed this though, leave a like down there below. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.